Well, hello. Welcome to my Paper Pumpkin Alternative live video. If you're catching me live, wonderful. I'm excited to be stamping with you. And if you're catching the afterlive or catching me on YouTube, welcome to my page or my channel. And I hope you will subscribe and follow so you can catch me in future videos. So today I'm playing with the January Paper Pumpkin kit from Stampin' Up! And it is called I'll Be Yours. So if you're not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you don't have to tune out because you can easily create today's alternatives with product from our current catalogs. You don't necessarily have to have the I'll Be Yours Paper Pumpkin kit to create my cards today. So before everyone starts seeing that I'm live here, because it's kind of a surprise impromptu live, just a few things that I've currently got going on in other aspects of my Stampin' Up! Business here. I'm currently taking some new participants for my paper share. So if you're not familiar with my past paper share, we have a new Stampin' Up! Catalog out. And it's the January, I guess I'm calling it the January mini catalog, but they're calling it the January to June 2020 mini catalog called Handmade for You. And throughout the pages in the catalog, there's 7 different packages of designer series paper. And what I've done is I've collected some participants for a paper share. So everyone that joins my paper share is going to receive 1/4 of every single pack that's available in the catalog, as well as 1/4 of a pack of the Celebration paper. If you're not familiar with Celebration, it's Stampin' Up's annual event where for every $50 in product that you purchase from any current catalog, you can select some exclusive items for free. And for the second year in a row, they also have a $100 tier. So for a $100 order from our other catalogs, you can select a exclusive $100 level item for free just for placing that order. So there's a couple of different designer series papers available for free in that Celebration brochure, and I'm actually including them in my paper share. So you'd be receiving 1/4 of 9 different packs of paper. The cost is $39.95. I do bill through PayPal, and I ship priority mail in a bubble mailer, all safe and protected with insurance and tracking. Each of my paper shares will come with the full product description, the name of the pack of paper, the item number for reordering, where in the catalogs you can find the item, as well as all the coordinating colors from our different families of color that coordinate with that pack of paper. They'll all be individually packaged in these nice little cellophane bags and will ship to you directly. So each time I have 4 participants sign up, I will be ordering their papers, cutting them, packaging them up, and getting them out in the mail. So if you're interested in participating in a paper share, it's a great way to get a sample of all the different papers without having to invest in all the different packs. The average price of a pack of designer series paper is $11.50. The highest one is $14.50. So if you do that math, it can be a big investment to invest in all the papers all at once. So a paper share is a great way to get to know the papers, see which ones you like, which ones maybe just a sample is enough for you, or which ones you'd like to buy more of. So that's my paper share. We also have a hostess club that's currently going on. It's open enrollment with rolling enrollment. So every month you have the option of joining my club. There's more information here on my Facebook page or on my blog, or you can contact me directly. But basically it's a 6-month commitment Each month, you're responsible for placing a minimum order of $35 using that month's hostess code. And on the 6th month of your enrollment, you're the hostess and you get all the hostess rewards for that month. The hostess code for February, I've just released it. I'm going to be contacting my club members later this evening or tomorrow with the new hostess code. It's right here if you want to grab a screenshot, but it'll also be posted here on my page and on my blog as well. And as always, the best deal if you want a discount on all of your products, including Paper Pumpkin, is to join my Stampin' Up! Family. During celebration is usually the best time to join because there's always additional incentives. So this year, you get to choose your $125 worth of products. You get this free little mini trimmer that we're going to be using in class today. You also get an assortment of the designer series papers that are available in the mini catalog. And if you're not participating in the paper share, but you're interested in getting a discount on all your future orders, just by joining the Stampin' Up! Family, you're going to get an assortment of designer series papers for free. They're also offering this celebration period any stamp set from any catalog at any price for free, in addition to your $125 of chosen products and your paper trimmer and your designer series paper pack. So this is a really great incentive. They didn't have that incentive when I joined. But it all ships for free and you only pay $99 plus tax, and you never have to, if you don't want to have a business and host classes and workshops and do Facebook Lives and all that, you don't have to. You can just be a discount demonstrator and do it purely for the discount. So as always, that's the best deal in town. And you do get a discount on your Paper Pumpkin subscriptions as a demonstrator. So that's just some food for thought if you happen to like the Paper Pumpkins. So I see we have a few people here today. And I'm sorry that I didn't get to give you a forewarning that I was going to come on live. But, you know, life gets crazy and you got to jump at the opportunity while you can. So welcome to I'll Be Yours, the January Paper Pumpkin Kit. I'm going way outside the box today because if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you already know how to do the projects. You've already seen what's in the kit, but maybe you're looking for some ideas outside of the little 3x3 note cards and the little treat bags that are the intended use for the kit. So this is my kit. And here's our little stamp set. And I guess I did say that I was doing Paper Pumpkin, so hopefully I'm not ruining the surprise for anyone whose Paper Pumpkins have been delayed by the weather that's been happening around the country. Sorry if I did. Tune me out now if you don't want to see it. But here's the stamp set. I think you might be able to see it down here on top of the little trimmer. And it came with some really pretty embellishments that I'm going to hate to use up because once I'm out of them, I'll be out of them. So we have some little flower embellishments that are really pretty. We're going to use those today. Glue dots and dimensionals. We have some Whisper White Baker's Twine that we do sell in our catalog. So if you run out of that from your kit, you can purchase some more after. And these really cute little, I'm not going to take this all apart, but these really cute little envelopes. Those are really cute for treat bags. I don't have little kiddos, so I will be thinking of some ingenious ways to use those. We have our Mint Macaron ink spot, because every single month of Paper Pumpkin, you get a free ink spot included in your kit. And let's see. This is just some fun I've been having outside of the box. Our little 3x3 note card envelopes. The 3x3 note cards. And if 3x3 cards aren't your bag, you can certainly cut these up and use them on other projects. And then, I may as well just take this all out because now I can't work. Now I can't get my hand in there. So we have all of those little goodies. We got extra glue dots in our kit this month because they were having some glue dot failure. So just to make sure we all got product that was acceptable, they gave us some extra glue dots. All right, so also in the kit, we have these cute little bees that pop out, some tags, some more little tags, these gorgeous hearts that I'm going to be really sad when these are used up because these are just so pretty. They're gorgeous. Aren't these gorgeous? They're so pretty. And then some more tags. All right, now my stuff is falling all over the place and I'm running out of room. So this is what your completed paper pumpkin project will look like if you follow along with the step-by-step instructions. So there's a little 3x3 card. So there's a little bee and your little tag. You can stamp your greeting, a couple of the embellishments, the heart, the background stamped on to the front of one of the cards. I love this background stamp. I think it's really, really cute. Then there's, on the inside, I just put the flowers and I added another little bee, stamped bee, because we have the little bee stamp in our stamp set. And then on the envelope, I just did the same. I repeated the same from the inside of the card, stamped some more flowers and stamped a little bee. And I don't know if you can see it in the lighting, but I actually added Wink of Stella to the bee, both inside my card and on the envelope. And then on the little bag, the flowers that are foil inlay come on the envelope. And then I just added a few little bees buzzing around, and then I added Wink of Stella to those bees too. So there is the projects that come in the kit. Then I added bees on this side of the envelope as well. Again, the Wink of Stella, and then the tag with the for you and the little bee, and again, Wink of Stella on the bee. So this is what the kit intends for you to make. All right, so that's what you would have if you just completed everything as the instructions say. So where's my little thing here? All right, so as I said, I went way outside the box, and there's some alternatives on the back for additional inspiration. So it says the I'll Be Yours photopolymer stamp set and the note cards and the envelopes. The coordinating colors for the kit are Crushed Curry, Highland Heather, Mint Macaron, and Rococo Rose. So how I started was just to pull all those ink pads out of my collection and lay them on the table and then say, okay, speak to me. And the funny thing is that the first thing that spoke to me was Highland Heather, and I'm not typically a purple girl. I usually am, I shy away from purple. I don't know why. I'm not comfortable with purple. But purple spoke to me, so that was the first card I made. So this is the first alternative we're going to make today. This is my first outside the box card. So we have Highland Heather, and more Highland Heather, which, like I said, for me, way outside my comfort zone. So we're just going to put him there. I'm going to take my stamp set because I need that. And the, like I said, the great thing about this kit is they're starting to coordinate kit contents with items from the catalogs. So if you have the mini catalog, and it's on, if you turn to page, I messed myself up showing designer series paper. I had the page saved. What did I do with it? Okay, if you turn to page 10, and if you don't have one of these catalogs, I can send you one. Just shoot me a note and shoot me your address and I'll send it out to you. The Heartfelt Bundle. So this paper pumpkin also coordinates with the Heartfelt Bundle from the mini catalog. So these punches will actually punch out and coordinate with the stamps and the papers that are in this month's paper pumpkin. And of course, I don't have it. So I had to think way outside the box because I don't have that punch. I don't have that bundle. I have nothing. I got none of it. So I went way outside the box. So we're going to start with a 4 1/4 by 11-inch piece of the Highland Heather cardstock, just scored and folded in half. Then I have a piece of Highland Heather. And this one, I believe, is just 1/8 of an inch smaller all the way around. And I embossed it already, so you don't have to watch me do that, with the Subtles Dynamic Textured Impressions folder. So you'll find that in the annual catalog. Then I added one of these stitched scalloped rectangles. That's a new item as well from the new mini catalog, and it comes from the Stitched So Sweetly dies. So this die set has all these different sizes of stitched scalloped rectangles, as well as some sentiment layers as well. And I just chose one of the scalloped rectangles, die cut that out. And then, excuse me, I should have gotten a drink. Hold on. Okay. I need a glue too. Sorry. Never step away from the camera during a Facebook Live, but I need a glue. Okay. Sorry. Gotta open a glue. Wasn't prepared. Okay. So then what I did is I measured inside the stitched part of the die and measured to fit a piece of Designer Series paper. Now I kind of made an oops, and I used a retired piece because I was thinking I was grabbing the current Subtles Designer Series papers, and I messed up. And that was not what I grabbed. So if you have it, I used the retired Gingham Gala Designer Series paper. But if you don't have that, you can just order the Subtles Designer Series paper pack from the annual catalog, and that'll give you the ink color that you need for that for this project. So as I said, I just measured in between, and it was a really obscure measurement. I'll see if I can measure it after and put it in the video description later. So I just cut it so it would just fit inside the stitching. Then I cut a scalloped square from the Nesting Squares dies and a stitched square, and that one came from my favorite set of dies, the Stitch Shapes Framelits dies. They basically live on my craft table. I use them for everything. So we're going to stamp the With Love heart that comes from the paper pumpkin in the Highland Heather on our square here. I also have some just white cotton ribbon. This came out of my stash, but any white ribbon would do. It doesn't matter, you know, what thickness it is. If you have a satin ribbon at home, or if you have this cotton ribbon at home, if you don't have any of that, have any white ribbon that you like for this project at home, you can easily just use the white baker's twine that came with your kit. And I'll show you how I use that in the next project as well. All right, so I need my Highland Heather ink. I'm going to move this little trimmer out of the way because I don't need it for this project. I need it for another one. And then I need a block. And I'm just going to take the heart off of my stamp set. And I just love this floral background. I don't know if you can see that really well. I feel like my lighting is funky, but it's a really pretty background. So these hearts, they've die cut the middle out, so it's just like a ring. So you don't want to put these down on your block with your hands because you may not get it perfectly, you know, the way it's supposed to be. So the way I do it is I just throw it down on my table so that the photopolymer can take its own shape. And then I just pick it up with the block. And then that way you know if you're going to use your punch that it's going to line up properly with the punch. So we'll just ink that up. And actually, I do want to get my mat. I always like to use my Stampin' Pierce mat when I'm using photopolymer, so I have a little cushion under my stamp. So we're just going to stamp that in the middle, and I'm going to hope that I aim properly. Just let it sit for a second. Put that aside so I don't stick something in it. Okay, so there's my heart. And then move that out of the way and we can start assembling. This goes so much faster when I've already done all the die cutting. All right, so I'm just going to use glue. And put all this together. I like using the liquid glue because you can shift and manipulate as you go. Okay, and then I gotta think, did I put this on dimensionals? Everything is on dimensionals. Okay. So I need my ribbon. Okay, so use my glue again on the DSP. Okay. So how's your Monday going? Are you having a decent Monday? I've been going non-stop today. I am going to use tape adhesive on this. I don't really like using liquid glue on the Whisper White because I always find it looks lumpy after. I don't know what it is with liquid glue and Whisper White, but I never like how it looks. All right, so instead of using the mini dimensionals that came in the kit, I'm gonna grab some big ones because my fingers and those little tiny dimensionals will be here all day. So I hope you had a good Monday. I hope you had a good weekend. We're freezing here in South Carolina. But I know we don't have it as bad as other parts of the country that are buried in snow. Or as bad as my husband up in Massachusetts. He's much colder than I am, so I guess I shouldn't complain. But it is pretty darn cold. I had to put the heat on in the motorhome out in the driveway. Wrap all my water spigots in towels so they're insulated. It's crazy down here. We had at least 70 degree weather the other day. And all of a sudden it just plummeted. I don't think I want that this high. Ugh, I can't see. I've been talking about how I need bifocals for years, and I still haven't done it. That's crooked. All right, I think that looks straight to my blind eye. All right, then I'm just gonna take my bow and get my little ribbon on there. Okay, so when I cut my designer series paper, I had these little strips left because of the way that I cut it to get the maximum amount of DSP. So I'm just going to use this little strip on the bottom of a Whisper White panel for the inside of the card. Whoops. Okay, so that's going to be for the inside. And then I'm just going to adhere this with a little bit at the top to the inside of my card. because depending on who gets this card, oops, they may want to, oh, that's not going to come up good, is it? No, I think this is going to have to stay in there, not so, yeah, it's a little off. I always just put a little bit of adhesive up at the top because depending on who receives the card, they may want to tear out the inside, replace it with a new inside, and send it off to somebody else. So that's my card. And I just left it with the with love because I can always add a little bit of something else to the front if I want. You know, happy birthday with love, thank you with love, to a friend with love, whatever. And then the inside I just left blank. So now I have an all occasion card that I can either just put in the mail or doctor up and put in the mail, and it'll be ready to go. So there's my first alternative. Quick and easy. Hope you liked it. So now we have the next card. And if I'm going too fast, let me know. But, you know, I did so much ahead of time. This is our second card. Now this card is pretty much exactly the same as this card, except I used more of the materials from in the kit. And then I swapped the colors. So this is actually the Rococo Rose. And I forgot to get the ink pad. Just when you think you're all prepared, you're not. And I've already pre-cut all of my pieces, the same as on the other card. So what I did on this card is I did use the In Color Designer Series paper pack, which again, I didn't have out. So this is the 2019-2021 In Color Designer Series papers. So you have the plaids and the script and I don't know, whatever these little gizmos are that could also be used as beehives with the new bee set if you want to. And then the diamond pattern. So there's 4 different patterns in all of the current in color, colors. That's a little redundant. So I did use that paper. And again, I went with the check. I used the twine from the kit. I used the same size on that stitch scalloped rectangle. The same panel that's been embossed with the Subtles embossing folder. The same stitch square and scallop square. But this time I used a heart from the kit. And then I stamped with the Rococo Rose onto the heart with the stamp that came in the set. So when you pull out your die cut pieces from your kit, you can stamp directly on the heart pieces with this heart that comes in the kit. Now I did pre-stamp that because with my eyes, I don't know that I could do it with the camera. I'm not sure I would be that skilled. So I already pre-did it, but that's how you would do it at home. And if you have the heartfelt bundle from the catalog, this heart here, you could stamp onto this one, and this one could stamp onto this one as well. So that's how coordinating they are. You could just go right on to here. If you have those at home, that would be another alternative for you. But as I said, I don't have it yet. But guess what's on my next order? And then I added some of the embellishments. So for assembly, once again, oh, and on this one, I cheated and I cut my scalloped square from the piece that I was going to emboss because I figured why not? Want not, waste not, right? Waste not, want not. Nobody's going to see it. It's getting flat glued. I didn't have a scrap. So I cheated. Don't tell anybody. I cheated. All right. And then again, on the inside, I have my Whisper White piece. All right, so that gets flat glued. And then, just like the last card, we'll add the glue to the designer series paper. And again, this really wasn't a exact measurement. I just took a ruler and tried to measure as close as I could in between those stitched lines on this rectangle. And then I cut the designer series paper as close as I could, but I'm not even sure it's an exact measurement. It was just kind of one of those things you had to eyeball. All right, so that's on that. And then I took the twine that comes with the kit and I wrapped it around the scallops. And again, not really I didn't measure it, I just did it. So hopefully I'm not wasting too much twine. All right. And then I'm just gonna tie a bow the best I can with an audience. My bows never want to tie right when I know somebody's watching. But that's all right. Oops. Well, that was terrible. Boy, did I lost the end on it. Oh my gosh, I lost the bow. All right, start over. See, what did I tell you? I pulled the wrong end. I hear one of my dogs crying downstairs. Their dinner's late. Apparently they didn't think biscuits was a satisfactory dinner. But I knew if I took the time to feed them before I came on here, it would be tomorrow before I got another chance. All right, so there's my bow. And I'm just gonna snip it off kind of down that way, make it even. See how it looks once I get the card done. And then this is going to go on dimensionals. Where did I put them? There they are. Are you bored yet? Is this too boring? Too much show, not enough tell? I don't know. Hope I didn't do too much prep work ahead of time for you. But I didn't think you needed to watch me die cut paper. There's a very fine line between Facebook Lives taking too long and not long enough, I guess. I don't know. All right. So he needs to move over a bit. I want my bow in the middle. And I'm going to see if I'm doing this right. You should see me when I'm crafting by myself. I have to bring it close, take it away, bring it close, take it away. I'll tell you, why can't we all just keep our vision, the vision that we have when we're young? Okay, so there's the bow. Then I have my heart, and you can see that I already stamped it with the With Love, and I used the same Rococo Rose that the paper is. So if you want something a shade darker, or you might want to, if you don't want to do the tone-on-tone look, you could do it in black. You know, whatever inspires you. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself here. All right, so we got our Whisper White, stitched square on our scallop square. And I keep throwing those dimensionals aside, and I need them. I need them. Okay. So here's a heart. All right. So put on my heart. Then this is going to get on dimensionals too. So this is either going to be a slightly extra postage card or hand delivery. All right. So then this little guy, oh, I put my ribbon up awfully high. I mean, my twine. I wonder if I can shift that. Did I give myself enough play? I don't know if I gave myself enough play, so it's just going to have to sit high. I can always try to fix it later, but you know, if I try to fix it now, I'm going to rip something and have to start all over again. So there's that. And then I used the same color on the embellishments. And I said, you know, they don't really stick out much. So I added rhinestones, the adhesive rhinestones from the annual catalog in the middle, because it just didn't have enough oomph for me. So where did I put them? I don't know where I put them now. I just had them. Oy. I got ahead of myself and I lost them. Oh, I gotta look for them. I just had them. Ugh. Do you ever do that? You put stuff down and it's, you know it's right in front of you, but you can't see it. Honest to Pete. All right, well, you know what? I don't know where they are. They were just here. So you know what? We'll just do this for a second. Put this on. That little teeny package of little teeny tiny rhinestones. I don't know where they went. Ugh, it's so frustrating. I don't know how much time I spend every time I craft looking for the things that are right in front of me. It's horribly embarrassing, especially when it happens live. Oh, that's horrible. Ugh, that slipped big time, didn't it? That wicked slipped. All right, so we're going to put that in there. Now I know why my other one was crooked. This is 3 3/4 by 5, not 4 by 5 1/4 for the insert. All right, I'm gonna look for these little gizmos one last time. Oh, there they are. I found them. I found them. So in the Paper Pumpkin kit, you get the Highland Heather iridescent flowers. And you also get the Rococo Rose iridescent flowers. So I used the Rococo Rose. I'm tempted to use these, but I think I'm going to stick with my original project and use the other ones. So I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, the tool that I thought I could live without until I bought it and then realized that I had to have it. And I'm going to take 3 of these and I put one about there. I put one about there. And I put one about there. And then, because that looks kind of blah and flat, that's when I decided that I had to add something different. So I brought in some of my rhinestones. If I can get them out. And I'm just going to put a rhinestone in the center of each of these. And I have to lift it up because I can't see it. there's 1 and 2. I just need one more. Oops, I didn't trim that one. All right, here's a loose one. All right, 1, 2, and some goop. 3. Okay, so there's our second project. So that's 2 out of 3. And I hope you like these. I know they're kind of simple, but I think they came out pretty. All right, so there's the second one. And then I have a third one, which really blew my mind because it's mint macaron. And when that was an in color, I did not like it at all. And now, because of this paper pumpkin kit, I actually kind of like it. So here's our card. This is the card that we're going to make now. And I kind of did things a little backwards. This uses the most pieces from the kit. And I probably should have started with that, but I started with the one that used the least amount of the kit. So this is my third card. It's mint macaron, paired with some of the designer series paper that is in the mini catalog and my paper share. So it's from the Best Dressed Suite. So if you haven't seen this paper, it has fun, quirky little motifs on one side that are like pocketbooks and lipsticks and shoes and things like that. But on the other side is really pretty floral. So there's perfume bottles too. And if I hadn't participated in my own paper share, I'm not sure I would have bought this paper from the catalog because I didn't really realize the pretty florals that were on the other side. I thought it was all purses and perfume bottles and lipsticks. And I'm a camo girl. I wear camo and jeans. And sweatshirts. I'm usually not dressed up. I don't know the last time I wore heels. So that stuff didn't really appeal to me, but I love the florals. So I'm glad I participated in my own share. So I cut up some of that paper because it had the mint macaron and the Highland heather in it. So it played off of the elements from the kit really well. And it's a gatefold. And then on the inside, I used some of the little gift bag that comes in the kit. Except now it's going to be a gift card holder or to tuck in a little love note or both. So it'll fit a little gift card if you want, or just tuck a little fun little note. It would be really cute for a Valentine, for a child, to tuck the little Valentine in there, give them an iTunes card. So this was my way to utilize these little gift bags without making them a treat bag. So here's how we're going to make that card. I've done a lot of the steps again already ahead of time. So we have our standard gatefold card. So 5.5 by 8.5, and then scored at the 2 1/8. So you have your standard gate card, gatefold. Then on the inside, I have a piece that's 4 by 5 1/4. And again, I don't know if you can see it in the lighting, but I embossed it again with the Subtles embossing folder. So pretty much all of my projects I tried to keep it pretty simple. Used the same embossing folder in all of the cards, the stamps from the set, and just pulled in a few other elements from either the annual catalog or the mini catalog. All right, so that's just going to get flat glued on the inside just to give it a little extra something. Then we're going to close our gates. And I have this has got to be 2 inches? Yep, 2 inches by 5, 2 inches by 5 1/4. And these are embossed also with the Subtles embossing folder. I'm hoping you can see that. So these are just going to get flat glued onto the front. And I'm hoping you can see all this. It's hard for me to see down into the camera to make sure you can see everything that I'm doing here. All right, so there's one panel. And then this one's just going to go down on that one. Okay, so there's the base of our card. Okay, so I took the Designer Series paper, again from the Best Dressed collection. And this piece is 3 inches by 4 inches. Then I have a mint macaron piece that's just 1/8 of an inch larger. So that would be 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. And then the Whisper White is going to be 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So there's 3 layers here. And those are all just going to get flat glued together. If I can find my glue. Excuse me. And none of this is embossed or anything. And I was trying to think about, I was thinking originally that I was going to die cut a banner or something, and I'm thinking, oh, I can steal it from the white layer, but then I realized there's not a lot of white layer that won't be showing, so no stealing on this one. All right, so we're going to get this onto the white. Okay, make sure that's good and stuck. Okay, then I look at the pattern and see if I like one better than the other, which direction. So I think I'll just go that way. And then we have to stamp because I didn't pre-do this, and this could come back to bite me. We will see. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I guess I'll just pop this out. All right, so I have to clean that stamp. I finally broke down and bought a Simply Chamois. I think I'm probably one of the last people to ever buy one. It's still pretty clean. I love it, but I don't know why it took me so long. Probably because I thought a wet paper towel would do, but it doesn't have the, it's not the same. All right, so this is the Highland Heather. Oh, you know what I was gonna do? This is Highland Heather. And this is Highland Heather, but it doesn't really show as well with the tone on tone like the other one did. So I'm actually gonna be brave and I'm gonna try Gorgeous Grape and see if I get more of a contrast. Because it's really light with the purple. I don't know why. So let's try Gorgeous Grape. This might be too dark. Ooh, I don't know. Do I dare? I don't know if I dare. This might be really dark. I'm gonna get a piece of scrap paper. That might be dark. Oh, it's not bad. I think I'm gonna go with it. So we're gonna go a shade darker. Now let's see if I can get this on the heart straight with the camera. I hope the lighting is okay for you guys, because on my screen it looks really dark. The video. Please don't be crooked. Oh, it's a little crooked, but it's not bad. Or it's not crooked, it's a little high. It's a little high, but it's not bad. All right. I'm going to take that out because I don't want that for the greeting. And then this little die piece comes from the kit, and the For You comes from the kit too. Which, funny story, when I got the kit, I thought, why isn't there a For You stamp in this kit? So I went digging through all my stamps trying to find a For You. And I found a cute little one that fits in the die cut in the So Sentimental stamp set from the mini catalog. So I'm playing with that. And then I had a For You stuck in the middle of the stamp set that came with the paper pumpkin. And I thought, you dummy, you put the stamp in with the wrong kit. So I went to put it in the other case, and I realized that one was rubber and this is photopolymer. And then I realized that there is a For You in the stamp set. It was right in the middle of the heart. Duh, I'll tell you. Sometimes if I had a brain, I'd be dangerous. All right, so somewhere in my mess, and you'd be proud of me, I had this table so clean before we started. And now you should see it. It's pretty funny. And I'm working in this mess, which shouldn't surprise me because I usually end up working in a 6-inch by 6-inch grid. All right, so now I'm going to use the Highland Heather for my For You because I think that gorgeous grape's going to be way too dark on the white. And I don't like that gooby that I see there. I need a tissue. I need a tissue. Hold on. See how I got ink on the edge? You better believe that'll end up on something I don't want it on. All right, so we're going to take the For You, and I'm going to try to stamp it in there, being blind as a bat. Okay. Hopefully you didn't see the top of my head. All right, so there's the For You. And just pop that out. So that's for the front. And then we have bees. So we need to do a couple of bees. So I'm bringing in my black Stampin' Write marker. And I'm just going to color in the bodies on my little die cut bees because I think they need to be black. I don't want them to be yellow and white. I want them to be black. And come to think of it, I'm not even sure if honeybees have black bodies. Do they have black bodies, or is that just wasps and hornets? Ugh, I'm doing a horrible job coloring this bee. Oh well, no one's gonna know. All right, so I colored my bees, and then I'm gonna use my Wink of Stella. But you have to be very careful when you do this with the Wink of Stella because it grabs the black and it makes it bleed. So you have to be really careful. So I just kind of dab. And I also swipe up more than I do across. You could just forgo the Wink of Stella altogether, but I just think it adds a little something. So I just did a couple of little bees for the front. Pull those out. There's my little bees. And then everything is on dimensionals. All right, so I think I'm gonna put this on the front of the card first. So where did I put my dimensionals again? Oh gosh. All right. So remember, this is only gonna be adhered to the left-hand side. So need to go there and there, and probably about there. And I think on my other one I added a few more, but let's see how we do with these. All right, so that's just gonna go on the front, centered as best we can. And then just check. Oh, there's a little bit of dimensional showing, but I'll fix that after. For now, it'll just sit there. All right, so now we need to do the heart. Pick off all these little backings. All right, so the heart is going to go up towards the top, down the middle. Then our For You, I do need the minis for that. Let's see. Use the one that's already open. Oh, sure, the one that's already open and that only has one dimensional on it. That's gonna work, right? No. It's not gonna work. All right, we're gonna break into, what did I do with it? Oy. I have made the biggest mess. You don't even wanna see this. It's a disaster. I need more dimensionals. Sorry. I can't find the ones that came with the kit. I'll tell you. Am I the only one that works in a giant mess all the time? I can't be. Tell me I'm not alone. All right. So this one, because it's going to hang off the edge a little bit, under the 4, I need to double stack my dimensionals. Because the heart's on dimensionals, so now we have to double stack this end of the For You. All right, so that's gonna go about there. Then we need to put our little bees on, so we need some more mini dimensionals. One for each little bee. Okay. So here's one little bee. And there's 2 little bees. There's my little bees. And then we need sequins. Where did I put them? I was organized, I'm telling you. You wouldn't know it though, to see me now. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Well, I had used some rhinestones that came from the mini catalog, and I had used, let me see, what did I use? It's part of the poppies. Poppies. Here's the poppies. I had used the clear sequins from the poppies, but, you know, I don't know where they are. So we'll just use these. We'll use the ones that came in the paper pumpkin kit. Because I don't know where they are. And I'm not going to make you sit there while I look for them. So I'll do one there. And I'll do one over there. And let's see. One more. Can't get it off. I need more goopies. Need a little more goopy. Let's see. This one isn't quite like the other one. I don't have room to put it anywhere. I'll put it there. Good enough. And then on the middle of those, I hadn't added anything because they didn't need it. I had just put them on with the clear glue. But I don't know where they went. So this time we used the ones from the kit. And I think I'm going to add rhinestones to this one too. This is called Working on the Fly and Working with What You Have. Because I don't want to have to look for those. All right, and then we can see which one we like better. All right, so there's the outside of the card with the elements that came with the kit and add the little rhinestones. And then this one has just the clear, sequins from the Poppies collection. So that's cute. I don't know which one I like better. All right, so for the inside, just to finish up our inside, we are going to take our little free trimmer. I love this guillotine trimmer. And we're going to take all the backings from our dimensionals off of it. And then we're going to grab one of the envelopes that came with the kit. And I'm just going to slide it in just to the top edge here. And I'm going to chop off the flap. And I'll save that little scallop piece for another project because I'll probably use it. So now we have this cute little pocket. And put some adhesive on the back. This is kind of slippery, so I'm not going to use the glue where we're here live. I don't want to mess it up, and it would need to set a little bit. So as you can see in the sample, I just kind of adhered it to the middle. And then, if it's going to be a birthday card or a thank you card or an anniversary card or whatever, I can stamp on the inside my happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy Valentine's Day, whatever, right on this envelope, and then tuck either my little note or my gift card or whatever inside. So what do you think of that? What do you think? Here's our 3 projects. So we did the gift card holder. We did the monochromatic in the Rococo Rose. And we did the monochromatic in Highland Heather. Oh, that I thought I'd already lost. All right, so what do you think for being way outside the box? So hopefully you have enjoyed it and got some good tips and some good uses for your own paper pumpkin kits. But like I said, if you don't have the paper pumpkin from this month, you can easily score yourself the Heartfelt bundle from the mini catalog and just use any of these heart stamps and the punches and your own paper. And you can easily recreate my cards with this stamp set and these punches. You don't even need the kit. So I hope you've enjoyed this little impromptu live. I hope you've enjoyed the cards. And I will post some more detail on them when I'm done. And don't forget, if you are interested in the paper share, just send me a message and I'll get a PayPal invoice out to you. As soon as there are 4 people in the paper share, I order the paper and get it into me, chop it up, package it up all nicely for you, and ship it out priority mail. The priority mail rate with the tracking and insurance is included in the $39.95. And you'll get 9 samplers of Designer Series paper. So you'll get a quarter of a pack of 9 packs of paper. And if you're interested in joining my Stampin' Up! Family, you can do so right through my blog or my website. Or send me a message if you have questions. If you're interested in joining my Hostess Club February's hostess code is right here. You can grab a screenshot. It'll also be posted on my blog and here on my page. We'd love to have you join us, and I look forward to stamping with you again. So leave me some feedback. Let me know what you think about my cards, and I will stamp with you again soon. Thanks, everybody. Have a great Monday night. Bye.